This is the video review for Gal Polar and Gal Black Bear from the Power Rangers line, Power Rangers Wild Force, and the Super Sentai line, Hyakuju Sentai Gal Ranger. Now, these are the Korean versions. All the Wild Force Zords that I got over the past couple of weeks, I got the Korean versions because they were easier and cheaper to obtain. I don't know what all the differences are. I know some of the differences are like the Bison doesn't have the springs in it, and one of the pieces that should be die-cast is plastic, although it does maintain some of the die-cast. There are some differences. For these guys, from my understanding by the Japanese versions didn't have any die-cast, and these have the same paint as the Japanese version, so I don't think there are any differences between these guys here, the Korean versions, and the actual Japanese versions. These are basically the same mold, so if I review one, it'll review the other, so I'm going to show you Gal Polar because it's going to be easier to see the details on it. So, Gal Polar is a polar bear. It's got lots of nice details to it. I like this stuff. I like these lines on the power animals. They look unique, almost tribalistic, but without being reminiscent of any one thing in particular. They are their own thing, and they're really nice. They're like lines of magic power or something. For posability, you can bend these. You can rotate this a little bit. It's very subtle, and the joint is so that the arm mode that both of these turn into will have an elbow. But it's nice that you can get just a little bit of posability. I wish there were a little bit more, but then it would mess up the sculpt a little bit. And then if you press down on this button, it'll push down the mouth a little bit. You can pull the mouth down manually, but this gives you a nice start to it. I wish it would actually push it down all the way, because how little it actually pushes down is, it seems kind of like a waste of engineering, but it's nice that it's there. Especially since if you're just trying to get your finger in there, rubbing on everything, you are more likely to rub paint off of the teeth. So, these guys come with missiles. There's the fire missile because the black bear has a fire emblem on his hide, and an ice missile because the polar bear has an ice emblem on its hide. The way these work is you open the mouth, stick them into the hole, and you press this button under here, and these things will fly quite far. So that's it for the bear modes. To transform these into arms, you push up the legs, fold this out, bend the elbow back, rotate the foot in, snap, rotate the foot in, snap, and you've got a pretty badass arm. You have the connection point here, which will allow it to rotate up and down, and then you've got a little bit of elbow here, and you can open the mouth. And I really like these arms. The hands here look quite nice. They give you access to a missile launching action feature. And I love the way these shoulder guards here look. They look awesome. Transform Gal Black Bear real quick. They're very simple, but the change is quite dramatic. They look really good. I really like these things. I really like these arms. They're great. If you're going to invest in any of the Hyakuju Sentai Gal Ranger figures or the Wild Force Zords, I do recommend getting these guys so that you can add some dynamic awesomeness to the Zords you put together. I really recommend these. I mean, they're not really standalone things, but they are really nice. Thank you for watching.